So, welcome to another video where I'm going to be explaining how to manage your personal finances. And if you can master this, I promise you now, you can achieve whatever you want. You can go on holiday, you can be comfortable, right? And the best way to do this, a system that my mom actually taught me herself, and I've just developed it, and I'm just, willing to share it to you guys because it was very, very helpful for me. So let's get straight into it. So what is your main source of income? Establish, your monthly income, whether it can be, a job that you have, and, pull all the different sources of incomes that you have and establish, okay, how much am I getting? Is it £2,000? Is it £3,000? Etc. etc. So you have that figure in mind. Establish what your outgoings are. Establish how much it costs for you to live, and account for rainy days and emergencies because it's very important. And make sure you track everything every single month. You develop a track sheet, or it can even be on your notes, but you need to track what's coming in, what's coming out, so you know how much money you have, because cash flow is king. So let's move on to it straight away. So from here, I have a diagram, and in a minute there's going to be a track sheet which I personally use for when I'm managing my finances every single month. But before I do that, I just wanted to show you this just to make it easier so you understand what you need to do as soon as you get paid. Yeah. So from here, we're going to put in main. So this is the main source of income that you're getting. So money is coming in, right? Money or dollars from wherever you are, or it could even be euros. So from here, money is coming in, right? And when your money comes in, obviously money comes out. Excuse the handwriting, but hopefully you can understand everything that I've written here. So from here, you will have X amount. Let's say you have £400 left, right? With that £400, what I do is I would distribute it into different pots. And the best way to do this, right, is to use Monzo. Monzo is what I personally use. This is not sponsored by them, but it's a perfect way to manage your money and put it into different pots. So this pot is for this pot is for that. So you're not spending money that you're unnecessarily using. Because what most people do is, they say, okay, yep, I have that £400. I'm going to put that straight into my savings. But then what happens is, oh, throughout the month, I overspend. Let me go dip into my savings. That's the worst thing that you can do, because you're just constantly chasing this perpetual cycle of you get paid and then you put it in your savings, you take money out of your savings, and then ultimately you end up saving nothing. So you look back at the end of the year and you're like, wow, I spent all of my money and you have nothing to show for it. So I'm gonna make that process a bit easier for you so you don't have to ever go through that again. And there needs to be an element of discipline every single month, every time you get paid. For most individuals, when they get paid, they're not used to seeing that amount of money coming in. And one thing my mum said to me is, if you can get used to managing a small amount of money, then when you start earning a lot of money, it will become easier, right? You don't want to be the individual who, wins the lottery, for example, and then they just spend it. Why do all the people that win the lotteries, or there are countless of other peoples that have won the lottery, and within 2 to 3 years, all the money's gone? It's because they don't know how to manage money. And this is the fundamentals and the basics. This is something that has never been taught in school. It's never been taught anywhere. And this is just something that is a life skill that you need to learn. So it's very important. So listen up. From here, you have £400 left. From here, you would put money for savings, which is all the way at the bottom. And then you have emergency. And then you have holiday. And then you have, let's say, leisure. Yeah. So these are going to be like the main 4 different types of pots you're going to have. Yeah. You might have more pots. So these are the 4 different pots that you have. So with this £400, you're going to distribute it equally amongst all of these. Yeah. You're going to distribute it equally around all of them. Yeah. So let's say your savings for the month is £100. That means you have £300 left. Then you can put in £100 here, another £100 there, and another £100 there. Yeah. So that's the basis of what you're going to be doing when it comes to your money. Why are you going to do this? Is because you want to eliminate ever touching your savings. Yeah. And let me show you a practical example of how this can be done. Right. Let's say you're earning £2,000. Yeah. You write down your cost to live, write down every single thing that you're wasting money on. Yeah. All your direct debits, your monthly bills, your rent, the gym, everything, every single thing. From there, you take the amount earning and you minus that from your cost to live, and that will give you your cost to live, as well as your savings or whatever's left, right? So you have your cost to live, which is £1,570, and then you have your savings, which is £430. You might even have some other income from, let's say, a side hustle you're doing, or extra businesses or ventures that you're having throughout the month. What I would do is, from your other income, and this will be a separate video that I'll do in regards to when you're making money from your business, how to spend the money and what to do with the money. Yeah. So this is just assuming that you're an employee, or you could even be a business owner, but this is just a simple way in which you can establish how you can manage your own personal finances, right? So you have £430 left. Yeah, assuming you already have money in your savings. And guys, you should have money in your savings always as a worst case emergency fund. So assuming you already have money, let's just say this person has £1,000 in their account for savings and they get paid. So they have £430 left. Yeah. From that £430, you need to set a goal. I need 3 months of savings, of emergency savings. Yeah. So from here, because this person already has £1,000 in their account, if you was to multiply this figure by 3 months, you would get this, right? Minus the £1,000. Yeah. So I put here for 24 months, if that person wants to achieve the £3,110 for 3 months saving target, they can comfortably save £130 without having to touch the money. Yeah. So you need to put in a figure that where every single month, regardless of what happens, you're never going to dip below that money. Yeah. Or you're never going to be tempted to go and take money out from there and put it back in. You always need a minimal figure that you can put in there. And then obviously, I developed the best case, realistic, and worst case, because, you have emergencies or things that you need to pay for. So you can have an idea of what that amount of money is going to happen. But what you want is, over a period of time, if you keep doing this, you would have amounted and you would have had a lot of savings in your account. And you can also, to offset this figure here, so you don't have to ever go into there, what you can do is you have your 430, which is this, minus your whatever's in the savings, that gives you £300. Yeah. You want to go on holiday now. Yeah. Let's say your holiday target is, 2,500 is a bit too much. For one person going on holiday, two grand. Yeah. Add the extra zero in there. 2 grand. Yeah. So in order to reach that 2 grand, you're going to say, all right, so £2,000, divide that by 12. Yeah. So I need to save £166 in order for me to go on holiday. Yeah. So what's going to be left is that minus your 167, which gives you £133. Yeah. So with this figure here, what you want to do is establish how much money you want to put in aside for the month emergency. Yeah. So let's say you get a ticket on your car, that money will come from there. Yeah. Or any other emergency or something that you didn't account for within that month, you want to put a small figure aside, to account for that. And the reason why you want to do this is because let's say this month you don't spend anything. Yeah. Next month you might spend something, because something might pop up. But because you're accumulating money, yeah, over time you would have built up that pot. So anything that happens throughout the month, you can just then distribute it from that pot. And why are you doing that? Is because you want to eliminate from getting into your savings. You don't want to be dipping in and out of your savings. Yeah. So with this 130, you can decide, okay, I want to split that by half. Yeah. I want to split that by half, which gives me £66 every single month. If you multiply this number, yeah, by 12, that's 800 quid. And I'm not saying, 800 quid might not be a lot for some of you, but 800 quid might be a lot for some of you. But let's say, you only spend half of that. That's still extra money that you could use to go somewhere else, or to get that a pair of trainers that you wanted, or there's always something that you could use that for. Yeah. But the main purpose of this is to eliminate you from spending your savings. Yeah. So with the other additional 66.71 that's left, yeah, you can decide to put that into some sort of investment or any part you want. Yeah. But the ultimate goal is to eliminate you from dipping in and out of your savings. So, I hope this has helped. And if you want access to this sheet yourself, then, just give me a DM and I'll give it to you. But yeah, guys, this is very important. Managing your personal finances is extremely, extremely important. And this is something that they don't ever teach you in school. So yeah, I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next video.